Today is my birthday! What's even more exciting is that my channel has reached 10,000 subscribers! As promised, it's time for the Q&A vid. We have gathered a couple of questions, some useful, some trivial, all collected from video comments, community posts, and my Discord server. Okay, before we see the questions, let's clarify the most basic stuff about me. Yes, my real name is Awolf, and yes, I am from the Philippines. Yes, I do have autism. No, I wasn't shocked. I wasn't troubled, and I do not regret having it. If anything had changed, the Armor Archives wouldn't have existed. You might not be even watching this video right now. My birthday, I'm now 25 years old. In my day-to-day life, I usually play video games and watch stuff. In terms of hobbies, I practice game development and write stories. So I guess it's time to answer this animated avatar of me. So I am my self-insert called the Drawer because I draw. There are other names that could make more sense, but the Drawer has stuck with me, and I like the name. So back to me about writing stories. Yes, I have written original stories. I grouped them together into a collection called The Drawer Tales. Right now it has over 50 original stories and over 300 original characters. That's a lot. Maybe I'll list them all someday. Yeah, much longer than the one I said from the Aratonati saying things vid. Okay, so about my YouTube channel. When was it made? How did it start out? Aratonati was made in October 12, 2012 as Alf8900. It was about Minecraft, and yes, it was so cringy. Years later, I gotten rid of the old vids and reincarnated the channel into Alf and Toast. While it is still mostly about Minecraft, it is much more refined. I've started making music and included characters, jokes, and concepts. There was also a Minecraft Machinima series called The Inventor, but I met Project Arrhythmia. After releasing One in My Head, the rest is history. You can still find my old Minecraft Machinima vids though. And so, Alf and Toast was renamed to Aratonati. Why did I choose that name? Aratonati was named after one of my OCs from the Drawer Tales, Aratonati. He's an elder twin and works as a humble librarian. I just matched his whole name.
Now I know what you're thinking, Lemon and Nub. I will not play Library of Runa. Not my cup of tea.
I just matched his whole name. Ironically, Arthur's name was named after the old name Alf and Toast. Okay, finally, it's the Armor Archives of Drawer Tale. No, this and that are completely separate things, even though I think there were a few references of one and the other and vice versa. Now that we've gotten all that out of the way, it's time for the main event. Your questions! Let's get started!
But is he ultra killing?
No.
Will you ever play the hit game Ultra Kill?
I'm not sure. I don't find anything else that interests me other than it's some sort of neon shooter. But I guess I may give it a shot, since some well-known members in the Aratonati community have been talking about it non-stop.
For what reason are you interested in Project Arrhythmia?
When I first met Project Arrhythmia, I found its gameplay to be revolutionary within the rhythm gaming genre. I have forgotten about the game after some time, and when I finished the story mode of Just Saves and Beats, I got reintroduced to PA. I was surprised by the similar gameplay, but immediately got on board as I was reminded of its more accessible level editor.
What motivated you to start making custom levels in PA?
Initially, I wanted to create my own Just Saves and Beats levels, but of course, adding a unique art style rather than just simple pink makes it better. So I used the game Melody Escape as a basis for the art style of melodical escapism.
When you created the first level, did you immediately understand PA level editor or not?
Yes, I have been using After Effects to create audio spectrums and to animate saves for scene transitions. So with the level editor being similar to that, it was easy for me to pick up.
When you created your first PA level, were you expecting this much fame?
No, of course not.
Where did the idea for Nao and KitKat come from?
Well, for Noro, with squares being the most frequent shape used in melodical escapism, it was only fair to create a square character. As for KitKat, it was inspired by Assassin's icons when I discovered the songs while playing the Adorable pack.
Where did you get the name Nao and KitKat?
Noro's name came out of the blue, so I was later glad in how it fitted so well to define its name as Noro. As for KitKat, it's a cat, so I just named it after the chocolate brand.
How did you come up with Eramer Archives? Were the levels connected with plot all along, or after some time?
Melodical escapism and Adorable used to be separate, but after KitKat and hearing plans about PA story mode, I decided to merge both packs and create the series, using PA story mode as the basis.
When you created Nao, did you expect them to get abused as much as they have?
As I said about how the Armor Archive started, Melodical escapism and Adorable were separate, so no. Now that they were part of it, I redefined Noah's name out of his hatred of Oros, and the rest is history.
What is your favorite level that you made?
Surprisingly, it'll be the Cat's I Like 'Em Funky. The animation skill has shown more in there, and it fits well with the song, especially during the moon part. In the case of a boss level, it'd be Meow Scene. I think I find it having a nice balance between fairness and crazy attacks. Plus, I really like the way how I made KitKat introduce its laser cannon force.
Question by my friend, no cap, straight up, a friend. On average, how much time do you spend per minute of a level?
It depends, but when focused on creating one, it usually takes 2 hours or more.
What was your fastest time between coming up with a character and then finishing it?
For the Armor Archives, Nova was thought out and made in an instant during the making of Opia.
How do you feel about the community you created?
Both happy and strange. I find them to be incredibly hilarious, and some of their actions have been more eccentric than my usual eccentricness. However, most of them are from the PA community, and I would like more fans from other gaming communities.
Anyways, how did you first find out about Project Arrhythmia, and what do you think of the Vitamin Games community?
For the Vitamin Games community, I find them similar to my own community, considering most of my community came from that anime. So not much else other than it being bigger.
What do you think of people who ship Nao and KitKat to oblivion?
Eventually, I find it to be such a goldmine of hilarious and surprising opportunities. So while it's not canon, I accepted it as a fan favorite concept, and I am eager to see more funny interactions relating to the two rivals or any of the other Armor characters.
Also, what color guardian are you most proud of?
Evidently, it's Koto. She's probably the most well-animated PA character that I have made. Her debut and Claire are so cool.
Will you or would you be collaborating with other PA creators in the future?
I would like to collab with all most of all. Link up and Mecha would also be nice.
Are your bones itchy?
Right now? No.
Does he roleplay?
I used to participate in a D&D campaign, but it has now gone dormant. I want to join a new one. It was so much fun.
Most complex character from Draw Tales and Eramer Archives?
I have many complex characters from the Draw Tales, so I can't single one out. As for the Armor Archives, it'll be Koto. Surprisingly, she is much more turbulent than when y'all first saw her.
Are you using laptop or PC or other things?
I used to own a laptop, but now I'm using a solid dual monitor setup. It can run Minecraft shaders and some games in ultra settings pretty well.
Do you still have the drive to continue posting on your YouTube channel despite not having as much views back then?
Back then? As in during Minecraft? Well, yes.
Do you like chickens, the animal, not the food? Would you hold a chicken if it were a nice one that doesn't peck?
I never interacted with a chicken, so I cannot answer. However, I think I will consider holding one when I get the chance.
Other than PA, what games do you also like?
Oh boy, a lot. But I'll spare you the details and list the most prominent. During my early days of PA, my favorites were Minecraft and Dota 2, simply because I spent more time there. As time passed, I focused more on other survival games and space games, but I still play Dota. And now recently, I began to play exploration/story games like Outer Wilds, Solar Ash, and Manifold Garden.
What Dota 2 character do you main?
Necrophos. I really like his Reaper themes, and his ult to instantly take down tanky enemies when below half health was impressive. I also favor Rubik and Io for the design, and the wide range of skills as supports, and I like playing as support. Next assassin comes in fourth, just simply because they look cool.
How have you been liking Rain World so far?
After completing Monk's playthrough, I find the game beautiful, tragic, and most of all, horrifyingly terrifying. Not even the Anglerfish and Owls combined were as scary as the deceptive Willy Flory. They must have wanted the details of the poor Slogcat's fate.
Edit. After the second visit through Shaded Citadel, I found a fauna scarier than the Flory. What game you played that you hated/disliked so bad that you regretted downloading or buying the game?
I can list 4, but the biggest one was Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord.
Edit. While I liked Warband, Bannerlord is just simply Warband with extra steps. What was the inspiration for the Spectral Pack?
This may surprise you. After the complexly stylized adorable pack, I wanted to go for a simpler approach, close to melodical escapism. So I went with the neon colors of Electronic Superjoy. Though I did not witness any of its gameplay, let alone play it myself. If I recall correctly, the closest to experiencing it was through a Geometry Dash costume level using a style.
How did you come up with the idea of the Spectral Pack members? Or is it Spectrum? IDK lol.
I had a thought that Electronic Superjoy had different stages inspired by a single color, and each has its own unique boss. With a planet of diverse personalities involved, that's how the Colored Guardians were born.
And lastly, does Orca and Koto having a first meet while in outside?
They met at college, during Mr. Class. And that is all the questions compiled and answered. Those were some nice questions, and I thank y'all for posting them. And that's the end of the Drawcember and 10,000 subscribers special. If you have any more questions though, please comment down below and I'll answer right away. So, thank you all for watching, and see you all next time. Although, I have a feeling that it could use some more. Are there any new videos uploaded on my channel?